sieltä kun kadin.
All of this, yeah.
Please do.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Fourboysandanlgirl podcast. My name is Patty, and this is my lovely co-host today, Catherine.
Hello, everybody.
And we are coming from beautiful Killadoon. I was about to say Kindaloo. Killadoon. We're having a bit of a laugh. Killadoon, County Mayo, Ireland, and are having an absolute great time. I'll put my information on the screen with respect to how to contact me by Ravelry and Instagram and all the social media. And I have been here enjoying a weekend knitting and crocheting retreat called Atlantic Knitscape that Catherine organizes. And what we're going to do today is just a regular podcast. It's going to be about 20 minutes to half an hour, depending how much giggling we do. And we're going to show you some acquisitions from Knitscape and some Irish chocolate. Is it made in Ireland or is it made in England?
In England. Well, some of it's made in Ireland.
Well, then we got to check. we're going to show off
No idea.
a beautiful iron bowl. Well, you know,
Yarn bowls are not just for...
yarn bowls are not just for yarn, they're for chocolate. Okay, and it's all Cadbury. You know, I've been to the Cadbury factory.
I know you told me. Oh, I haven't.
You know what this is?
You know what they say? Men are from Mars and women are from Cadbury. Birmingham, that's England.
Yeah, that is definitely England. So we're going to enjoy some chocolate. Well, we may or may not enjoy
dairy milk. We have a lot of whisper. We have
dairy milk mint crisp.
Okay, so we need to open one of these first.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, we'll just do the plain.
Do you think I'm going to be able to concentrate on podcasting once you open the package? No.
I was going to make an awful rattly noise. People on podcasts are always apologising for noises like rattly plastic and things like that. Nobody cares. Okay.
I keep that in mind because I do apologize sometimes.
Stop apologising on the podcast. I hate it.
What are you working on?
What am I working on?
Yeah.
Okay, so first up, in my Kate's Hawthorne Cottage Craft bag.
I'm going to come right. Oh, where's my bag? Oh, right in front of me. You think I was a man there for a second? I'm going to go real close to the camera and see if I can get. This is Kate. These bags are for Kate from Hawthorne Cottage. I bet you didn't know that I did this.
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, sometimes you do. Hawthorne Cottage Craft. I'll put Kate's information. Her Etsy shop is, she has a shop on Etsy, and I'll put that information on the screen. And this is this is a special made for Catherine bag for Atlantic Knitscape. And it's got the most, I'm going to have to go forward again. Tell you what, I'll show off mine because yours is attached. I got this, I have had some acquisitions at Knitscape, and this is one of them. It's one of Kate's bags. And I'm going to come forward again. It's one thing I didn't take into account when we were setting up today. So this is the bag. It's got beautiful polka dot design inside. And it also has snaps at the top, so one in the middle to keep the bag closed, plus a snap on either side, so that you can have, if you're working with 2 balls of yarn, you can put them here. Hopefully the camera's focusing and I'm not too close. Isn't that awesome? And it's a gorgeous map pattern. And it's all mine. And I'm not giving it away. Okay, sorry Catherine, I cut you off. What are you working on?
I am working on Pure Joy by Hoki Locatelli. I hope I pronounced that correctly. So here we are. I love this. Is my pattern that I now call a crack cocaine pattern because it's just amazing. And I'm knitting it in, this is all I've left. This is Strand Designs merino sock yarn, and I think it's called Pumpkin Passion. I think. And it's gorgeous. And this is Urban Gypsy something. It's a 4-ply. I got this from America from Brooke last year, and I love it.
Hi Brooke.
Hi Brooke.
We haven't met yet, but we might at the last.
So that's Hobie's pattern, Pure Joy, and it is, I've already knit one of these.
I'm going to bring that forward.
Stunning.
Actually, don't you have one of these as a finished object?
I do.
So that's Hobie's Pure Joy. I've knit one. This is your, what number is this for you?
Number 2.
Number 2.
It's my second one.
Second Pure Joy.
It's just an addictive, easy, fun knit, as I call it, crack cocaine for knitters.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I'm knitting it on 3.5 high sharps, I think.
Can I feel those?
They're sharp.
Man, because I push my needle when I knit.
Tipper. You're called a tipper.
I'm a tipper. Mm-hmm.
You're a tipper. I don't. Well, I may do a little bit, but when you have high sharps for a while, you stop being a tipper. You know.
I haven't tried them because they're so sharp.
Love my favourite.
Really?
Oh yeah.
No way.
Have a whole set of interchangeables and several fixed, and
really?
I just love them. Yeah.
Now I was given a set of high interchangeables, but it's the shorter length needles, and I can't use them. They hurt my hands. My hands cramp when you're looking for
buy them from you.
Well, very good. I was just going to say, if anybody wants them, Catherine's going to take them off my hands.
Interchangeables, even I just take the tips and you can keep the cables. You get 5-inch. I would actually swap you.
I love you.
Okay, I know you do. You've been telling me all day. She's been telling me all day how much she loves me. There's this kind of a girl-man's thing going on.
Yeah, it's not bromance, it's girl-man's. I also wanted to point out my, actually I'm going to show you, can you take yours off for a second?
My scarf?
Yeah. Just scarf. This is not an adult only podcast, this is a family viewing podcast.
Sorry.
So I'm going to show both of these off at the same time. These are the Close to You shawl. Do you remember who it's by? I can't remember.
Close to You is it? It could be Hovi Locatelli or
No,
Justina Lorenz.
it's not.
Justina Lorenz.
It's Justina.
Yeah.
So it's
Lorenz.
Thank you. I've never known how to pronounce her name. So these are the Close to You shawls. Catherine recommended that I knit this, and I knit this in Strand Designs Wild Atlantic colorway because Catherine had sent it to me, and I absolutely love it. And this is Catherine's version. Do you remember what that's knit in?
This is Dublin Dye Company's merino sock yarn, and it's in a custom dye called Rain Just As Frozen. I know it. Oh, the Powers Court. Powers
Court. I thought the colorway was green.
Deirdre and Laura from All in Ann podcast, I get it now. I totally get why you laugh so much. It's the Powers Court and it is beautiful.
It's gorgeous. So can I get this when I go to Dublin? This?
You might.
Well, not necessarily the color, but this kind of
you will. You
yarn.
like this, yeah.
So as I mentioned, as I usually do, I'll put the information on the screen so it can tell you where you can. I'm going to yarn enable, so I'll put all the information on the screen. So I'll put this on, even though Catherine's husband has the fire on, and I always get warm when I'm podcasting, so I'm starting to sweat. Okay, so we showed off our bags. We've talked about your work in progress. I'm going to go to my works in progress, okay? So I'm going to start off with this one. So you know all about this cardigan. This is Hovi Locatelli's. There's a real Hovi love going on here. Madewell cardigan. This is my second attempt. I had gotten down to almost the armholes when I realized my stitch count was off, and I ripped it out and started again. So at Knitscape, I got a lot of knitting done. I got a lot of talking done. I made, a couple dozen new friends? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
you're the exception if you got a lot of knitting done.
For me, I got a lot of knitting done.
Most people get way less knitting done than they think they will.
Oh, no, I thought I did really well.
I got 2 whole rows of this shawl done. 2 rounds.
Yeah, but you're organizing it. That's different.
That is true.
There's different responsibility on you than me just sitting there chatting. So I am down, I've cast off the arms onto scrap yarn, and I am down, very pleased to be working on the back. Yay! This is Smith & New yarn from Kamloops, British Columbia. Hi, Marianne! And I am, I'll put the information on the screen as I usually do, but you've seen this sweater so many times, you probably know off by heart where it comes from, and what the colorway is Borealis. So that's one project that I brought.
And before we go any further, we're drinking Earl Grey tea.
Oh yes, we're drinking Earl Grey tea because podcasters are supposed to announce what kind of tea they're drinking.
You never do.
I never do.
So we're both drinking Earl Grey tea.
Mm-hmm. Do you know why I never announce what I'm drinking? Because I don't drink during my podcast.
Oh yeah.
I'm afraid I'm going to choke. And I don't want a recording of joking.
There's nobody around to resuscitate you.
Sorry, I'm always alone when I'm podcasting.
No, with your suction machine or a defibrillator.
You're silly. Okay, Victoria. Hi, Victoria. Victoria the inside Victoria, my long-suffering pen pal Victoria. I want to show you that I've been working on your other sock. And can you see that? I'm up to here. I still have a couple inches to go before I put in my afterthought heel. I'm still following SS's Pritcham Handmaid's toe-up sock recipe. That's the pattern that I'm using. I'm still loving it. I'm using size 1 US, what are they, 2.25 millimeter needles. Yeah, that's what they are. And I'm using Knit Picks needles. I think these are in the Caspian colorway, and they're lovely. I'm going to come a little bit closer and show you these. So that's the sock and the needles. And I love how it's turning out. And it matches Victoria. Yay, it matches.
That's all right, you have you carry on.
Well, I'm not showing what I'm doing with this right now. So I'm just showing what I'm working on. I started working on a hat. I was going to use Nina Phillips's, I have the pattern. I'm not going to go back and get it. It's from her new seated ebook pattern. And of course, Nina, hi Nina, is the Knitting Expat podcast host. And what I started, my intention was to start this hat, which is made out of Estelle Chunky. I'll put that information on the screen, and it's just a cream, slightly off-white color. And at Atlantic Knitscape, one of the ladies there, hi Ava, was knitting, see if I have this right, Russian speed knitting?
Russian speed knitting, yeah. Ava, yeah.
Yeah, which I've never done before. I don't think most people have heard of it.
No.
You should see this woman knit. She's like a machine. It's absolutely amazing. So she was teaching me how to do it. And I'm not going to show it right now. What I'm going to do is do another podcast. I'll put a clip in my next podcast about how I do it, but I'm trying to get, Ava mentioned that she's going to try and get her hands filmed for some videos, which I think is an excellent idea, because who doesn't want to knit faster? And it's really cool. So I'll show that at a later date. But anyway, so this is the hat. I also knit this much at Knitscape. I knit this much at Knitscape, and I knit from about, I should put in the progress keeper. I knit from here to here, the bottom of the needles at Knitscape. That's a lot of knitting for me.
It is.
Yeah.
A lot of knitting for anybody at Knitscape.
I excel at Knitscape.
She did. She got the prize.
Yeah.
She got the gold medal.
So you've got another work in progress?
Yep. Just take this off
here, yeah, no problem.
into this bag. And I am knitting on a pair of socks.
Awesome. Oh, pretty.
Yes, so these are, where do I start? This yarn is a Zauber Ball Crazy, which I adore. I love. This is my second pair of Zauber Ball Crazy. There's shuffle wool Zauber Ball.
Okay.
Zauber Ball actually means crazy ball.
Oh, neat.
In German.
German.
And I love the yarn because it's got a nice long yardage and it's nice and woolly.
I'm going to bring this over to the camera so people can see.
Don't show the other side because there's a drop, there's a picked up stick. No, leave it upside again.
That's good.
Presumably.
So these are the colors. It's just gorgeous. Pinks and purples and greens and lilacs. Beautiful.
So I am planning to do, I've never done an afterthought heel. I've never knit a sock with an afterthought heel. So I'm going to keep knitting on these until, I don't know, somewhere along the way. I'm going to put the afterthought heel in before I do the toe because I have no idea where to put the afterthought heel in. I haven't measured my foot. So when I get to where I think is about 2 inches from the toe, I'm going to put the afterthought heel in and then go back and finish and do the toe so that I'll have it in the right place. And 2x2 rib stocking stitch lazy bones knitting that I do, and that is also living in a Kate Hawthorne Cottage craft bag. This is the very first bag I ever got from Kate. In fact, I think it's one of the very first ones she made, and I love it. Lovely stripes inside.
Button too.
Yeah.
Beautiful big button.
Yeah, and they're great bags because they stand up and you put your stuff in and it just stands there, and lovely bags. So that's my second work in progress. I do have another one and I'm not taking it out because I am not on speaking terms with it.
So we have one project in a timeout that's been thrown in the corner.
No, it's been placed carefully in a basket.
Sure it has.
Placed lovingly
I know
in a
the
basket.
swear around it from the swearing.
Yeah, it's been placed lovingly.
I need to check the camera and just make sure it's still recording. Yeah. Me too.
I'm going to find out that none of that.
It is recording.
Yay! I was hoping you weren't going to say none of that was recorded. You have to do it again. That would be just dreadful.
Okay, so we've done
Whips.
We've done. I don't have any finished objects, but Catherine does. I'm so glad Catherine is here. Yeah, Catherine always has finished objects. I always have unfinished objects. So now we're gonna the Fourboysandanlgirl podcast. You're actually gonna see finished objects for a change because I have a guest.
She travelled all the way to Ireland to find somebody who could put a finished object into her podcast.
I did.
So because I was knitting on the Pure Joy shawl, I have one. Here's one we made earlier. Just because that's the kind of person I am.
She's on the cooking show.
This is one I made in July, I think, August. And this one is made from This is fine fish yarn, and I can't remember what the colourway is called, in her sock. And this here is not wool from Studio, the other one, Irish Fairy Tale yarns, and it's a navy colour. I'm sorry, it's a while since I knit it, and it's not blocked yet, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
It's gorgeous.
It's to go with my grey coat.
I want to show off the colours. Beautiful. I love this pattern too.
I love it. Yeah.
So I've already got, in my yarn acquisitions, which I'll show in a second, I've already got another Pure Joy, and I know the last time I bought yarn when I was away in May, I know, it's gorgeous.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love
It's like a
that.
sunbeam or a river.
Yeah,
I can't decide it. Yeah, it's just beautiful.
It's an aptly named pattern, Pure Joy. So that's that, and that's my
Other finished object are
socks, a pair of socks. So these socks are again a plain stocking stitch socks. What else would you need socks with? Stocking stitch. And these are lovely because the yarn I used was Strand Designs Stripes and Speckles. I find it hard to say that. Strand Designs
stripes and speckles. It's supposed to be between S's.
I had no idea I was going to have ball bands, and I don't have them. And I knit these because with self-striping it's just gorgeous. The first pair of true self-striping socks I've ever made.
Oh, neat.
And they don't match, but that's okay. That's me. That's my.
They don't match for like a millimeter.
Yeah, but they're lovely. They're very soft. I usually use commercial yarn for making socks, but this is the first time I've used a hand dyed, and they're just gorgeous. I've worn them once.
They're beautiful. I love the shots of color.
Yeah, I think stripes and speckles is a great combination. I would use that again.
Has she done any more? Like, are they on her Etsy shop?
She does have them. I'm not sure if they're on her Etsy shop now, but she did start doing those last year. That stripes and speckles, and they're just gorgeous. It's
I
so
really like
addictive.
that.
Yeah, and it's pink. I like pink. Everybody who knows me, don't you all know? I love pink. I know you have to have pink in everything I make if I can. Somehow, I didn't put pink into this, but yeah, I love pink. I told stories why I like pink at the weekend. It's my mother's fault. My mother never let me have anything pink when I was young.
I had the opposite experience. When I was born, my dad was a minister on the south coast of Labrador, and I was the first, I guess the minister had a baby, and I was the first girl in a little while or something, and everything everybody gave me was pink. I had pink up until I was 3, and I hated the color pink for years. Now I'm embracing it again, but I really didn't like it. So yeah, I had
My mother said that pink was common. So I'm glad I'm not glad you're not alive, mother, but I mean, that I can say this out loud. It sounded terrible.
What's pink common?
I don't know.
I'm sure the Tudors wore pink.
She liked me in blue. She thought blue was classy.
Oh.
So I wore a lot of blue.
Very good.
Yeah. So when she died, I just started wearing all the pinks.
It looks so nice.
I do like pink. It suits me.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Even if it doesn't, I wear it anyway.
Exactly.
I'm lovely pink on today.
No, that's the first.
So that's it for FOs.
Excellent. Now we're going to talk about acquisitions. So let's talk about our twin balls. Our twin skeins.
The pair of balls that we bought.
So these are, I'm going to take this one so I know. These are from a brand new indie dyer. Hi Grace! Grace at Babel's Yarns.
Rock Grace.
Yes, Grace, you rock. Because I have 4 of your skeins now. So I will give you some information off this.
Yeah.
Babel's Yarns Global Inspirations. This is a single. It's a merino single. The colorway is Inish Turk.
Inish Turk.
Good thing you're here. Inish Turk.
Which is the island just out there. It's our nearest neighbour island. And Inish Turk means the island of the pigs.
Really?
Yeah.
It sounds much prettier than that.
I know. And it's a beautiful island just off the west coast of Ireland. It is gorgeous place to visit. I love Inish Turk.
Next time I
Small
come back, I'm gonna
inhabited
Inish Turk.
island. There are about 50, just over 50 people living there.
There's people living there?
Yes, and they have a school there, and there are 2 children in school.
Oh wow! Oh, I definitely have to go now.
We have to go.
Yeah, we'll have to go there.
And this is just
beautiful
perfect
name.
for finished Turk.
So I'm going to bring this forward in a second and show you the colors, the colorway. So it's Inish Turk, and there's about 400 meters on this, and it's made with muslin. Is that, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
75% muslin-free merino wool and 25% polyamide. Or do you say polymide?
I don't know. I never know. I say nylon.
Nylon. So let me bring this forward. So we have twinsies.
And Siobhan has one.
And Siobhan. Hi, Siobhan. Well, Siobhan's been like, what is Patty doing? So look at the blues and the pinks
And it is the
and the
softest.
purples. It is, I actually cannot tell you how soft this is. It's like a cloud.
It's like a big puffy
Cotton ball or something.
marshmallow.
Yes,
It's like
marshmallow.
marshmallow.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So the three of us are knitting something matching, though we have yet to decide what it is.
Yeah. We're going to have a mini Inish Turk knit along.
Yeah.
Just,
Which is
it's going
awesome.
to be exclusive for just the three of us.
That's right. And then we'll each have, and then when we get together, we'll have to wear them.
Yeah.
It,
Or
whatever.
we'll get pictures and you can put them on your podcast.
Yes, that sounds great. That means I have to finish something now.
Go home and knit that. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show my other acquisition. I'll do those ones in a minute. So, I want to make, so what shawl did you have on the first night of the Knitscape, the one with the bright hot pink in it? The
Chateau Rouge.
Chateau Rouge. So I want to knit, I want to be like my friend Catherine, I want to knit a Chateau Rouge shawl. So what I have are another one of Babel's yarns from Grace, and this one is again, but it's not a single. This is merino sock. The colorway is Storm Clouds, and it's again the merino polyamide mix. I also picked up two strand designs, and I love these. I'll bring this one forward as well so you can see it more closely. These are on her neat sock, which is 85% superwash merino, 50% neat, 400 meters on each. This is called Magenta, and this one's called Charcoal, and I think I should have got you to bring up your shawl actually, but that's okay. I'll have to finish the shawl so I can show everybody. So here's Grace's gorgeous, what did I say, Storm Clouds. And there's the Magenta. Hopefully you can see the neeps in that. And the Charcoal. Hopefully you can see the pinks in there. So I think that is going to be a stunning shawl.
Shawl is by Madame Tricoté.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Neat. Chateau Rouge?
Red Castle by Madame Tricoté, which is the Madame Mrs. Knitter.
Mrs. Knitter.
If we were to translate it.
So the next acquisitions I made, this is going to be a pure joy, as is another acquisition, at least close to a pure joy, I think. This is again Babel's Yarns. This is called Old Town on Merino Sock, and this is a strand design. So these, I should have mentioned, what Catherine does on is it Saturday?
Saturday at lunchtime, yeah.
Saturday at lunchtime, we wait with bated breath while she puts out on the table a selection of indie-dyed yarns from Irish indie dyers, and it's hugely popular.
It is.
And there's also project bags, so Strand Designs and Kate from Hawthorne Cottage had bags there as well. So you get to go to Knitscape, enjoy all this knitting time, and you get to shop. It's pretty much the perfect formula for happiness. So back to the yarn. This is Strand Designs again, and this is her 4-ply sock yarn, which is a merino nylon mix, and this one's called Beachcomber, and I'm going to bring these forward as well. I'm in my pajamas, so don't mind what I'm wearing. Here's the Old Town. Yeah, I went down to the beach and I got wet. Look at this Beachcomber. It's like sea glass and rust and logs. Like, this is just gorgeous. It's gorgeous in its gorgeousness. I love this. I love all of them actually, but that one particularly speaks to me. Okay, now the other thing that happens in Knitscape, so there's the knitting, and there's the camaraderie, and there's the learning new techniques from your friends, and there's the yarn sale, and then on Saturday night after supper, which you call dinner, there's a raffle. So when you go to Knitscape, you just bring something along for the raffle, and then they get names are pulled from a bag, and when you get your name picked, you go up and pick something from the selection for the raffle that people have donated. And it's awesome. So I picked something that was actually already, it was wrapped up very prettily, and pink tissue paper. And so I didn't know what I was getting, but what I got, thanks Siobhan, are these gorgeous skeins of alpaca and alpaca silk. And this is by a company, she said that Artisanal. Anyway, you can't get this anymore, unfortunately. This one's an alpaca blend, 4-ply, so that's a sock yarn. And it's blended with, does it tell me? Alpaca and wool. And this one is alpaca and silk. And I'll come forward so you can see the sheen in that silk in particular. So that is just stunning. And then this is just stunning. So I really lucked out with the mystery package. I also got a gorgeous little stitch marker that I don't know what I did with it, so I'll show those at a later date. So it was ironic because I had brought a skein of Richard DeVries feed to give to the raffle, and Siobhan, who was another Mitscaper, picked that up. And then it turns out that I unknowingly picked Siobhan's raffle donation, so we picked each other. So I thought that makes me have similar taste, I guess.
Yes, I would say so.
We have excellent taste.
Right, something.
Undoubtedly.
Oh, you do.
Anything else? I think we've gone over everything.
I think so. I think that's us.
Okay.
Is there anything else? We did go to the beach this morning. And
We did.
walked up to our knees in water for a long, long time. And that was really nice.
It was nice. Yeah, it's, you said the water was about 11 degrees maybe?
I think so, yeah.
And what's the temperature today? What, 16?
It was about 16. It was lovely.
So it was lovely. There's no way I could have walked in the Atlantic in Newfoundland. Right now my feet would have been numb. They weren't quite numb. It was cool. It was cold, but it was fine.
Yeah.
And the surfers were out, and it's a beautiful sandy beach. I'll put some footage on the podcast so you'll get to see it. We had to change cameras. I've been a little negligent about plugging in my apparatus.
Your electronics.
So we've switched over to my iPhone to finish taping. We were just about to close. What were we talking about?
Carniski Beach.
Oh, that's the name of the beach we went to.
Yeah, Carniski, which is about 3 miles from here. It's a surfing beach, and it's probably the most popular beach here. We have lots of beaches here. You could actually go to a different beach every day for a week, just within about 2 or 3 miles of here.
Just here in Mayo?
Just here, 3 miles of here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And there's sand, it's not like rock, like just, we have a beach, Middle Cove Beach next to us, which I've shown on the podcast before, but the rocks are about this big, and it's not a sandy beach, but here it's sandy, it's awesome.
Lots of sand.
And surfers, who doesn't like surfers?
And sand in our toes. I have sand in my toes. I love feeling sand in my shoes. Do you?
Oh.
No. You're like Rick. He likes it now. I love the feeling of sand.
But that's good, because you live next to a sandy beach. That's perfect.
You'd need to
No,
like
I had to
sand.
clean my feet when I got home.
Did you?
And on that note, I have laundry to do.
You have laundry to do because your clothes are all wet.
Yes.
And if you leave those jeans dry on their own, they'll be able to stand up on their own tomorrow with the salt water. Yeah.
So thank you for
You're
coming
very
on my
welcome.
podcast.
This is my first podcast experience ever.
Yeah, you're an inaugural podcast. I don't think it'll be the last. Maybe when Kate, when you're here next weekend, can you get Catherine to do
Kate
podcast?
won't be here next weekend.
Oh, is it not next weekend she's coming? Or was she here last weekend?
She was here last weekend.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay, well, any podcasters, knitting podcasters in the Ireland
Yeah,
area.
if you find
needs to
yourself
come
in
here.
Killadoon for any reason driving by, just come in and we can record a podcast. Yeah, because,
Absolutely.
you know, that's what people do. They just fall into the remote west of Ireland. And I loved having you here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
So everybody take care. I hope you're working on something that you're enjoying today and tomorrow and the next day. And until we meet again, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
you, raise it out to sell you. He'll be with you day and night. Oh, he's a foundation, and it reaches down and touches me. Yes, his love, he's an investor that will last forever.
Thank you.